This is every unconventional thing, which is a bit weird, which is a bit wacky, which is actually helping me achieve success as fast as possible. Not having a cold shower. But I found that if I had a cold shower in the mornings, I would be dreading actually getting in the shower. I'd be dreading waking up to get in the shower. I would actually be more likely to snooze my alarm. Just a normal shower, I still enjoy myself, still wake up nicely, don't actually dread getting in the shower, and I actually just have 10 seconds of cold exposure at the end of it. So what that means is I close all my pores, so I get the benefit for my skin. I get the whole uncomfortableness of I don't actually want to have a cold shower, so I still go from the warmth to the cold, so I still get that exposure and that almost dopamine spike that you get after doing something hard to start off the day, but I don't actually dread getting in the shower. And after that, I give myself a high five in the mirror. Simply just builds this positive self-talk. So I give myself a high five and I'm like, I love you, Locke, you're amazing, and we're gonna have a great day. And because you're like actually having to do it, it's a habit, it's not just something that just happens throughout the day. You're actually in your subconscious brain is thinking, all right, it is going to be a better day because I'm already starting to do measures in place which are going to make it a better day because I'm actually having to high five myself. I've already done my cold exposure. Now I get to high five myself. I've ticked off 2 good things and there's been no bad things that happen. So the day is actually automatically skewed to be a more productive day. But I'm already doing things which are positive as opposed to not doing those things. So it would be an even day because I would have just woken up and I would have just had a warm shower. I wouldn't have high fived myself, and it's literally just, what's the next event going to be? Is it going to be positive or negative? If it's negative, it's more likely that my day would start to skew negatively because I haven't actually done 2 positive things. If I've done 2 positive things and I do 1 negative thing, at least it's still on the positive side and my day is gonna be more positive than it will be negative. The third thing is I have my goal plastered on my phone. So every single time that I look at my phone, my goal comes up. It's just once again, it's another conscious effort of, if you are making the effort to set your background to be something which you want to achieve, like actually doing something which is gonna make you go, I made myself set this as my wallpaper, so therefore it is important to me. So for me, it's just other methods throughout the day. Every single time in the morning, I read my goal out loud 3 times. It's on my home screen too, so it's literally plastered everywhere. I can't escape it. It's short, sharp, so it means that I don't have to remember this massive goal. I don't think I would honestly be at the point where I'm at 13 videos this month if I didn't have this goal set. To multiply my normal goal by 5 and to be at the point where I'm actually gonna achieve it is crazy. Like, I wouldn't have this if I didn't have this plastered and had this association that I need to achieve this. I sit in the sun. While I'm out in the sun, I read my pep talk or my self-affirmation. This pep talk, I call it to yourself, is whenever you feel doubtful, whenever you feel anxious about something, read yourself this pep talk, and it's based off of everything that you want to aspire to be is what you have now. And it's like just putting that in place to make your brain think that you have that now, because there is actually studies which show if you have enough times that you tell yourself something, you actually believe it, and your brain actually can't tell if it's real or not. So if you tell yourself, for me, I'm confident, I'm a successful coach, I have 10 million subscribers, I'm proud of my efforts, I don't let other people's opinions dictate anything if they aren't a position that I want, I'm progressing constantly and I love myself. Those are the things that my brain is going to associate with. That's what's actually happening. No matter what's going on in my life, if I keep my brain thinking that these things are happening, it doesn't know if it isn't happening or not. And it's so weird that you can trick your brain that way, because it's the same thing as telling yourself a story. So, leading to that, the next thing I do every morning is I tell myself my success story of what's happening in my life. I tell myself the following: I'm traveling around the world in first class, filming videos because I can. I have a Lamborghini and a girlfriend who I love and is right for me. We eat out at steak places every single day and we love each other and are happy. So I read this to myself every single morning. This story, your brain starts to associate your life with. So you start acting like that. You start thinking like that. Things in life start appearing because you start believing that's who you are. So for me, having to put this stuff in place, you're gonna feel like a crazy person sometimes. You're like, what am I doing? I'm just trying to say, this is what I'm doing right now, which is unconventional, it is different, and it's helping me. So if you wanna try it, do it. But if you don't wanna try it, that's fine too. But I'm just giving you my experience about what's helping me. If you want to come up with your dream story, just think about what your life would be like if money and time wasn't a problem. What will my life be like if I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted? The next thing I do is 20 minutes of reading. I don't really love reading, but I put it as early as I can during the day. Do I do it every single day at the same time? No. stuff happens and I get distracted in that, because we are all human, but I ideally like to put it as early as I can during the day. This is exactly how I write my successful to-do list. I write down what is the one thing that I can do which will help me achieve my goal. For you, if it's I want to get 90% of my uni course, prioritizing that over everything else. So you can wash your clothes another day. Sorry, mum. And once you've done that one thing, it's going to add so much efficiency to achieving that goal as fast as possible, rather than just beating around the bush and going, oh, I have to make my bed, or I have to clean my room. It's like, well, that doesn't need to be done if that's not your goal. If your goal is 100% what you've set, then start doing things to achieve your goal. The next unconventional thing that I do is I use all my idle time. So when I'm reading, when I'm in the car, any time to be more as efficient as possible. Am I going to be happier if I listen to 3 songs in the car ride, or if I listen to half an hour of my podcast, which is going to make me a better person? And when you look at it in those terms, you can see where your priorities lay. You can literally see that if you listen to your 3 songs, you're prioritizing pleasure over your actual happiness. The next thing is the Quizlet. I've spoken about it before. It's simply just doing things like this is an effort. So the more you do it, the more your subconscious brain goes, I've actually made an effort to do these things, so therefore I'm going to make my life better by doing these things more, because I have done an effort. If these things were done for you, you probably wouldn't do them as much and you wouldn't get as much value from them, because you've actually spent more productive time making these things, you feel more inclined that you need to do these things. The next thing I do at the end of the day is journaling. The more you write down on paper, you just let your thoughts come out of your head. You don't let it stir in your head, and you just put everything out onto the paper, and you can actually see, oh, this is what I need to do. I was thinking about this, but it makes so much sense when you write it down. Sometimes when you just have so much stuff running around your head, just write it down. Like, just don't let your hand stop. Just keep writing your thoughts down, and I guarantee you by the time after 3 pages of literally just writing it down, your head will be clear and you would have made a decision. You don't want to do it. It's a chore at the end of the day. Like I said before, it's another subconscious effort that you don't need to be doing. But because you do it, you get value from it. You know, building the habit of doing it, a habit takes 21 days to build. So just doing it is the hardest thing every single day, no matter what. I've come home, I've been knackered from work. But to be honest, it's just like, in my head, I'm just like, all right, I just gotta do it for another day, because the habit will be built and it will just make it so much easier for the next time I do it. And having that standard means that when you are in those positive parts where you are journaling and everything's great, you keep that standard, right? But if you were to cut yourself down and be like, oh, I've had such a big day at work and I can't be stuffed doing journaling. One, you've actually made this subconscious effort to stop doing it. So it works in reverse. Because you've made an effort to stop doing it, it almost makes you feel like, oh, well, okay, that means when I am that busy again, I don't have to do it again. Whereas if you go, I am that busy and I'm gonna get it done, you've got this almost standard that you have to achieve further and further and further. It's simply just getting in there and just getting it done, whether you like it or not. Some days you'll journal for half an hour, some days you'll journal for 15 minutes. It's just a practice of doing the journaling when you don't want to do it, and also just doing it really well when you do want to do it. The next thing is writing a recap of my day. Some days, like I spoke about before, you're gonna be more motivated, some days you aren't. So what I do is I literally write down productive and unproductive, and then I just voice out my day. All the productive things, I go, oh, I got up early, I did this, I did this. The next thing I do is I update my calendar. I've never really used a calendar before, so just starting to use it is a very different thing in my eyes, but it has given me a bit of, organization to my life, because it was a bit hectic. So if your life is a bit hectic, I would recommend using a calendar. It's not a big thing, but it's definitely a step to be more organized. And the last thing, and perhaps the most weird thing which I do, is I tell my subconscious mind how I want to sleep. So your subconscious never really goes to sleep. So before bed, I literally tell it, all right, I've been sick for the last couple of days. So I was like, tonight, I want you to literally just recover. I want you to feel better by the morning. And then when you wake up, you're going to feel way better than you did yesterday. Or, some days when I'm negative, I'll be like, all right, tonight, I want you to get rid of that negative mindset. And I literally want you to feel positive tomorrow and feel like everything's going well and you're going to achieve your goal faster and faster and faster. And this is the most weird thing to do, and it is like almost like it's, I don't know, it's very weird to do, but it's ultimately helped me out so much, because you wake up the next day, if it's placebo or not, you've done something that hopefully your brain has listened to you, and you wake up the next day and you honestly feel better because you've actually done this thing where you've spoke to yourself and you've made this conscious effort to say these things to yourself, so you do feel better the next day. If your day was shit, literally tell yourself, all right, tonight, subconscious brain, I want you to make sure tomorrow's not shit. These are all the unconventional things which I'm doing right now. Some of them are a bit goofy and borderline psychotic, but they're helping me out so much. So if you guys like videos like this, like, comment down below. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting so far. If you've got any questions about any of this stuff, comment down below and I'll answer them, and I'll make another video talking about these things. But thank you all so much for the support. Hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.